Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. So as you can tell, this video is gonna be a little bit different from my usual draw with me's, and it's gonna be like about 17 minutes is gonna be drawing, and then the last few minutes, 8 minutes or so, is gonna be something a little bit different. So today I am gonna be drawing my Usi Masaki, and I'm gonna be drawing him twice today because I am going to be showing you guys kind of like a process of how I do stickers, and yeah, we'll talk about the reason why I'm doing that right now. So for Saturday's video, I actually want to do a kind of like packaging, how I fulfill my orders kind of video, so I can give you guys alternatives to plastic packaging if you're planning to ever run a kind of online store and you're starting off with smaller objects such as like stickers or prints. It's like paper and flat items. So usually when I package my orders, I tend to lean towards all paper and recyclable material. So I like to show you guys a few ways you can package your stickers. I think I have 3 different envelope ways how I package my stickers so that they're purely paper and either are self-sealing or need a little bit of help. One will be using a cutting machine, and then the other 2 are more like origami folding methods, so you can make little pouches or envelopes so you can stick your stickers in it. And I'll make sure to leave videos to it in the description of the next video so you guys can have the direct resource of where I found them. So today, let's see. Well, I guess like what I'm doing right now is I'm drawing Masaki, who is my florist OC, and I wanted to do a few stickers to either put on my store or to be kind of like freebies. I kind of want to make a proper set of him eventually, so I'm not too sure if I'm going to use these 2 specifically for that set, or I'll just use these for freebies for future orders and stuff. And I do apologize about the delay in orders. So when you guys see this will be like the 5th of May, and I have some orders from April that I haven't been able to mail out specifically because of obviously there's some stuff going on in my province and it's not doing so well, so it's harder for me to go out and mail out the stuff directly. So I'm gonna wait for a little bit, collect all the orders, and then push them out, I guess. So yeah, sorry for the delay. Usually I would mail everything within 1 or 2 weeks from the order being placed, but today, or not even today, like the last few batches of orders, I have to fulfill them either like once or twice a month just to make sure I'm staying safe and I'm not accidentally putting someone else in danger. So yeah. So the reason why I'm working in Procreate today is because I wanted to show you guys the process, and I think it's easier for me to show the process via filming it with a camera if I'm doing it on Procreate. So please let me know if you guys prefer to see, if you watched my Clip Studio Paint review, if you guys prefer seeing more of a, I can do it real time as well with narration and stuff, but me drawing on the computer directly, and it's just a screen recording of it with narration and stuff, instead of me recording the actual screen without like a camera or webcam, because I know it's harder for some people to see. So do let me know if you guys actually don't mind me doing a digital painting session on the Gaomon tablet. So yeah, like via screen recording. So that's kind of the reason why I decided to do in Procreate today, because usually whenever I do stickers and stuff, I do it in Paint.si. Usually it's just easier for me to manage everything, and then I can export it with a transparent background via Clip Studio Paint. And yeah, so the 2 designs that I'm doing for Masaki are just really simple. So this one's just a really happy Masaki. I kind of wanted to do either different expressions for him or him with different flowers, but I didn't want to do something too complicated just because of the short amount of time I have today to actually draw something. So who is messaging me? I'll answer that later. But yeah, so I'm just gonna be painting everything today. Usually when I do stickers as well, I usually do line art and do a much more cleaner coloring process than my painting process. But at the end, when you guys see me rearrange them and kind of like resize them, and then later on I will print them off, cut them, and I do a hollow lamination on a few of them just to give a little bit of a variation. And you'll see that me painting them doesn't give that big of a difference if I'm a little bit messy, because these ones aren't like super clean per se. So yeah. And this one's almost done. So I wanted him to be happy, but I don't really like him just being plain and all by himself. So I'm adding these little expression lines to help look like he's kind of like beaming a little bit. So that's what we're doing for this one. And then later on, I'm going to start from scratch for the second one. So yeah. So I think what I'm going to do in the future, hopefully I have enough time before the next store update, is that I would like to do a whole Masaki set and add flowers into each set as well. Maybe I'll like color code them or something, so that maybe Masaki with a blue flower set, Masaki with like purple or pink or orange or yellow or whatever. Or maybe I'll do a mix and match, but I would like his sticker set or sheet to be very much like flower focused, because I think that's what I'm interested in right now, and hopefully maybe you guys are more interested in that, because I know my store right now is kind of more niche. It's either Genshin or 17 stuff, or I do have Hansuke on there, who's like my little mascot. But yeah, so we are starting off with the second sketch, and this one is a little bit, I don't know how to explain this. It's kind of like almost one of my go-to poses. I've never done like a full illustration, like a finished illustration with this pose. It's just kind of like your hand resting on the side of your face, and then your arm or your elbow is like resting on your other hand. I have another one, but apparently the file got corrupted, or I saved it on an SD card and it got corrupted on there, and I lost the final drawing. But I have the, what is it called? I have the speed paint from Clip Studio Paint, so maybe I'll insert that or something, you guys can see it. But I have something very similar to this, but I had him in his like the flower shop kind of studio area, so it's kind of like he's at the counter and he has like this flower arrangement behind him and a little like sandwich board type thing at the front. I don't know, but yeah, I'm not too sure what to talk about right now, I guess, because usually for like draw with me's, they're a little less chatty in my opinion, so I'm not too sure if people will enjoy this video as much as my other draw with me's. This is very much similar to like my sketchbook doodle series, so if you like my more rambly videos, definitely check out sketchbook doodle series. If not, then hopefully this video won't deter you from watching Saturday's video, which will be hopefully me going through a bunch of different ideas where you guys can learn a little bit more about packaging for maybe small stores. I know this isn't like the like surefire way for packaging, but it's definitely one of the ways that I've learned how to do a bunch of packaging ideas or aesthetics, or even I guess like, so I'll basically be showing you guys 3 ways to package stickers, like in using paper envelopes or some kind of method of storing them, how I package the entire order. I usually throw in freebies, so I'll show you guys what I do for freebies and stuff, or any ideas that you guys can do for freebies, as well as confetti. So with help with one of my friends who also bought me these really cute hole punches. I have like a few from before, but she bought me a lot for my birthday, and these really beautiful origami paper. And yeah, I'm gonna show you guys how I make and kind of color coordinate my different confettis, so I can show you guys how you can add that to your order and make it maybe sometimes a little bit more like specific to the orders. So I have usually like a pink and blue theme for any 17 orders, because that's the fandom colors. And then depending on the season, or depending on what I have available, I do have clovers, I do have like fall leaves, I do have snowflakes, I do have hearts and stars, and I have like a lot of like glimmery looking ones from really old origami paper that's like glittery and like almost shiny on one side. Okay, so back to process. I saved the first Masaki onto my iPad so I could open it up as a reference, and I'm just literally directly color picking from that Masaki so I can put it to this Masaki, just because I wanted them to pretty much match in color. And yeah, it just made this a little bit more easy. In the end, you're gonna see like a bunch of different Masakis that I pulled from my folder, and there's I think 2 or 3 Masaki designs that are a little bit too yellow compared to some of my other ones, which are a little bit more like peachy pink colored for their skin tone, and I didn't realize how yellow they looked, and I'm not too sure it's because of my color calibration on my Gaomon or if I just didn't care at the time. But yeah, so if you're making stickers of your character, I highly recommend, if you have or want consistency, is to have some kind of a color sheet out or a illustration of your OC so you can directly color pick so everything kind of matches really well. And yeah, so for the store video, I'll be also showing like kind of like a sneak peek of one of my zines that I've been working on. I explained that I was working on the zine for quite a while, and because I haven't accumulated enough new designs and stuff for the store update, I've been pushing back the release date for the zine. So the zine is basically Wonu focused, just chibi Wonu, and I've just been focusing on painting, digitally painting. I painted him with flowers, underwater scenes, little like kind of like environments and stuff, just for me to break out of my comfort zone and actually draw him in environments and all that jazz. So I think a lot of you guys will like it, even if you're not specifically a 17 fan. If you like my chibi stuff or my digital painting, you might find the zine a little bit interesting, because there is a lot of different things that I've done that I think you guys will like, such as like plants and beautiful colors and stuff. I'll do a sneak preview and you guys can check it out and see for yourself if you do like it or not. But yeah, so painting process is just the same as how I've been doing my other illustrations in the past. So I would do a rough sketch, and this time I didn't duplicate my sketch at the end. I just quickly switched it to multiply. I put down all the base like the base colors and shadows, and make sure that everything that I want present is kind of defined enough. And then later on I will turn off the background color so that it's just kind of like that weird gray grid at the back, so I can tell if I kind of like colored out of the lines, and make sure that not too many things are kind of like poking out. So yeah, but I thought this one was kind of cute. I kind of wish I picked a bit different flowers, maybe something a little bit bigger, maybe for the future. But these pink flowers I thought were really cute because they have like a really reddish purple inside, while like the leaves itself are quite like a kind of baby pink or like a corally color. So I thought it was really cute. But yeah, so after I finish painting all of these, well, I guess there's only two. After I paint these two masakis, I will save them. I'm just gonna send them to myself via Discord so I can have access to them on the computer. And then yeah, I'll prepare the files for printing and cutting basically. So I'll explain that more thoroughly in the next section of the video, which will happen in the next like 4-ish minutes. But I'll be using Silhouette Studio. So the cutting machine I have is the Silhouette Portrait, and that's what I'm going to be using to connect to my laptop so it knows where to cut stuff and all that jazz. It's basically just a cutting machine, and you can use it to cut any kind of material that fits under the blade, and it's rolling wheels and the mat and everything. And yeah, so it's easy. It's like the easiest way you can make like sticker sheets, because die cuts technically you could cut by hand if you don't mind like sacrificing your hand to the pain and the suffering from carpal tunnel. But for kiss cut stickers or sticker sheets where you want to peel away from the paper but it's like on one whole sheet and stuff, it's easier to have a machine obviously, so you can just lightly cut over top your design and you can just easily peel stuff away. So yeah, so these ones are going to be all die cut, and hopefully Saturday's video will be a little bit more in depth, and I'll be able to link a bunch of resources for you guys. And I'm super excited because I worked with another company to help promote a product that I think you guys might enjoy if you're into, or if you're looking into, I guess, like unique packaging, and that's very much like eco-friendly and very much like all paper-based with like these inks that are not like harmful to the environment and stuff. So maybe you guys will be very interested in it, and it's a good way to kind of like push your branding a little bit more and make stuff a little bit more personalized. But yeah, hopefully you guys will enjoy at least watching this process for a little bit. I feel like I haven't drawn Masaki too much in a while. Like I've been drawing mostly Genshin stuff probably, and then I'll probably draw a few OC stuff like from this video, and then for the next few videos, hopefully, I can reintroduce my OCs. So I'm kind of just adding a thicker outline to the edges right now, just because I want to clean up the edges and not have any stray colors spilling outwards. And then when I shrink everything down, it's gonna make things look a little bit cleaner. So I'm not too worried about making sure that every line is covered. So as you can see, like, I think in his apron, or even sometimes, like, I think it's in his hand or even a little bit in his hair, he has like some stray lines, but I'm not gonna be too fussy about them because for the most part, I should probably check. I don't think you can see them. Yeah, you can't really see any of the weird lines in the sticker itself because they're at such a small scale. So I don't think it's really that detrimental if you forget to cover up or erase any kind of like small sketch line. Now, if your printer is probably like a higher quality or you're printing at a larger scale, it's probably more noticeable if you have any like stray lines. But because I'm printing at such a small scale, it's not too bad. So I think that's probably about it for the drawing process and kind of like why I'm doing this video, and you guys will be able to see more in depth of me organizing the files to prepare them for cutting and printing and cutting. And yeah, I'll show you guys like a little bit basics of like Silhouette Studio. For some reason I can't say those two words like consecutively. Silhouette Studio. I keep wanting to say Silhouette, not Silhouette. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed watching the drawing process. I'll talk to you guys probably at the very end when I'm showing you guys the finished products. And yeah, talk to you guys again soon. Okay, so I'm not too sure where exactly I'm gonna have this insert into the video, but before we end the video, I think it's best for me to show you guys at least a little bit of the sticker process in terms of what program I'm using, and then me showing you a little bit of the setup, and then I'm gonna quickly go print them, cut them out, and then show you guys a little sneak peek. And then next video, hopefully, I'll be showing you guys a little bit more of like packaging and all that jazz, just in case if you guys are interested in any ways to package orders for a small store or anything like that, like a self-run store, and you'll be able to maybe hopefully find new ways to package things without using plastic, because that's what I like to focus on. I don't really like using plastic for packaging unless something is already pre-packaged and like plastic packaging, then I'll leave it, but I try to make sure I use paper products. So I'll show you guys a bunch of different methods you can learn to package your stickers or any paper products. But yeah, so let's get this set up. I haven't used this setup, I guess, for a long time. I've mostly used their older interface. So let's see, I need to do the registration marks. Okay, so this is how like generally I like to set up my little registration marks. And then now you're just gonna open up your different files, and I'm gonna be using several of these. Here they are. There's like gonna be several different ones I'm gonna try to print out today. So as you can see, I have a bunch of different stickers here. So I'm just gonna copy and paste these into, so I'm putting everything into the main little document. Ooh, he's huge. Okay, so I'm gonna select them all. I'm gonna shrink them down a fair bit because I don't want them to be super huge stickers. So you can change these to your desired size. I just want to be able to see them all on here. And I would like to shrink this guy down, be similar in size. Oops, I'm gonna shrink these two. Gonna open up that file really quick so you can make him into a sticker. He is humongous. Okay, so you're gonna hit on this little star and we're gonna go to offset. So I'm gonna offset these cut lines. As you can see, it's a little too big. So I usually go 0.06 for cut lines. How do I change the cut line? Okay, I'm gonna change the line style to be blue for each of these guys, just because I want to make sure they're cutting the blue lines only and not the red lines, because currently the red line is attached to the picture itself, and previously this was not the case. Usually when I paste a new image into Silhouette, it wouldn't add a cut line like right behind them, and it seems like they're attached. So I'm gonna have to do this manually. So what you can do now is double click on the lines and you can actually delete points that you don't want so that you can make a smoother or a less sharp corner for some of your lines, just because it make it a little bit easier for your machine to cut. And after that I will select the two together. Why is it selecting something else? Yeah, select the two together and then group them so that you can move them as one piece. I don't want to loop. That's not bad. I'm gonna group these together. Yeah, I think that's okay. So I'm gonna group these together. I am going to put them all onto the paper so that we can prepare them for cutting. Now this is my least favorite part. And it's basically playing Tetris with all the stickers, just to make sure that they all fit fairly nicely and that they're not touching per se, as well as you're making sure that you use the majority of the sticker paper to the best of your ability so that you don't waste anything. Okay, so this isn't the best way to play Tetris, but I'm just gonna leave it like this for now. And as you can see, we can go to send, and I have to go downstairs and go connect my laptop to my machine, so I probably won't film that, but you can go into, I believe, line, and I'm gonna change this so that the red line is gonna be off and then it will be just the blue lines what we had set, so you can tell your Silhouette to know what to cut. And because I don't want the red lines to be cut, it won't do that and it will cut just the red lines, and then you can change anything else. So I want it to be one pass. I have it set to 9. I have it set to die cut because I want these to be die cuts. So yeah, I'm gonna go downstairs, get that cut, and then I'll come back upstairs and show you guys the final results. And then hopefully Saturday's video, I'll do a kind of like mini packaging, fulfilling orders kind of video to give you guys some kind of an idea how to use paper as a way to package your all your goods and stuff safely, hopefully. As long as it's not obviously in contact with water, you should be good to go. So I'll be right back. Okay, so now that I'm back, I am going to show you guys the final results with the stickers. So on the left, I actually have the laser jet white sticker paper that's just like normal glossy sticker paper, nothing special, it's just really plain. And I like the weight of this sticker paper, so it's my most ideal one that I like to use. And I do use a laser jet printer for most of my stickers. So that is what I have, and I bought these all from onlinelabels.com. And the ones on the right, as you can see, are just a slightly more vibrant and a little bit darker. And it's on the weatherproof vinyl, I believe, which is still the white glossy paper, but it's a slightly different material. As you can see, sometimes cutting can go a little off. So I usually keep those ones for myself, but I want to show you guys the little bit of holographic stars that I sometimes apply to certain stickers with using a laminator and a foil, I guess. So I'll show you guys that probably in the next video for a little bit, or at least I'll talk about it a little bit more, and then you guys can, I don't know, I guess you guys can see and figure out any resources you need if you would like to do something similar to this. So yeah. I kind of really like the stars and on stickers and stuff, so I think they're really cute. But hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye!